I'm trying to work through this. Shalom, shalom. Um, Back in the berry. Can't be too loud. I've been told can't be too loud. It's gonna be hard. Passionate about my mother and my father, to whom I give praises, glory, and honor to. And to the Son, you know, giving honor to him as well. Uh, and to the great prince who stand for the people. To the great prince who stand for the people. And yeah, I think I got everything situated. Hopefully that stays like that. This will be part two of whom they never considered, whom we never considered. Okay, this is part two. And I would love to start at um, the precept, or I should say, the chapter, the book of Isaiah, chapter 51. Chapter 51 in the book of Isaiah. And I'm going to read from the stick of Joseph, Ephraim, in the hand of Ephraim. And then I'm going to go in the Bible. Okay. And we're going to break it down with the precepts in the Bible. And I like how it's put in the stick of Ephraim. I mean, the stick of Joseph in the hand of Ephraim. I like how it's put in here. And let me get started. Shalom, once again, this is Brother Nehemiah coming to y'all with another episode. And yeah, let's dwell with the eternal Father and the eternal Mother, and let's have them teach us. Let's have them teach us. I'm just a vessel. Hearken to me, you that follow after righteousness. Okay. Hearken to me, you that follow after righteousness. Look unto the rock from which you are cut, into the hole of the pit from which you are dug. Look unto Abraham, your father, and unto Sarah, she that bare you. For I called him alone and blessed him. For Yahweh shall comfort Zion. He will confront all her waste places, and he will make her wilderness like Eden in her desert, like the garden of Yahweh. Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving, and the voice of melody. Hearken unto me, my people, and give ear unto me, O my nation. For a Torah shall proceed from me, and I will make my judgment to rest for a light for the people. Now, like I said, how I love how it reads in here. Instead of saying law, saying Torah. And why I like Torah, okay, because it's going back to letting you know just who's speaking. You got the power of the Old Testament. And that's who's speaking. And then if you've been following this channel, you know who the Torah is. The Torah represents a female, a woman. Okay? The Torah is your mother. The Torah is your mother. She is the one who cried for Yasharallah, for Yerushalayim, okay, when we fell. When the adversary of the Most High got his way, she was the one who cried. Torah. For a nation, Torah shall proceed from me, and I will make my judgment to rest for a light for the people. My righteousness is near. My salvation is gone forth, and my arm shall judge the people. Okay. The isles shall wait upon me, and on my arm shall they trust. Now, just this little part in here, that's why it's still nothing like the Bible. Because where it says the arm, plural, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to go to it in the Bible. We're going to go to it. And this is what it reads in the Bible. This is near my ear. My salvation is going forth. Arms has an S. I don't know if y'all can see that. Things you catch. She'll judge. The owls shall wait upon me. Arm, now it's plural. It's not multiple. It's plural. Arm shall they trust. From this, right? Reading in context. What I take from this is that somebody is leading the charge. Someone will be leading the. You see his sons. His sons is down here. But he got that one that's in charge of the sons that he got down here. And that's what they know. So we waiting. Matter of fact, what am I talking about? And we probably hit on this precept quite a lot today. Maybe. Don't hold me to it. Psalms 80. Give ear, O shepherd of Israel, thou that leadest Joseph like a flock. Thou that dwellest between the cherubims, shine forth. Before Ephraim and Benjamin and Manasseh, stir up thy strength and come and save us. Turn us, turn us again, O power, and cause thy face to shine, and we shall be saved. You see? That precepts Joel 2. Well, let's get it. Let's get it, Brother Scotty. Let's get it. Beloved brethren, let's get it. Joel 2. That precepts Joel 2. My brother said that precepts Joel chapter 2. And I think I know what you're talking about too. Right, this is Revelations 2. You got the precepts of the appearance. This is what happens. See, we need to know, like I said a minute ago, when you're talking about the Exodus, okay, you're talking about what is about to happen again, the former and the latter. You're talking about him changing his people, his children, his sons is his arm, his battle axe. Okay? This is how he saves. This is how he redeems. So we got the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Like the noise of the chariots on the top of the mountains, shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured and stubbed the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face, the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. Wait a minute. This sounds very familiar. What have we been talking about, bro? What have we been talking about? He made the darkness, even darkness that you can feel, even darkness that you can feel. Moshe stretched out his hand. I believe this is in Deuteronomy. Could be in Exodus. Could. Moshe stretched out his hand over the heavens. Over the heavens. Who are the heavens? What are the heavens? When he says the heavens, who is he pertaining the heavens to? See, we automatically think like church. When you say religion, they automatically taught you. They programmed us to always think like when power talks about heaven. When God say heaven, when Moshe stretched out his rod to the heavens or stretched his hands to the heavens, you're thinking automatically he stretched his hands to the sky off the top. You're thinking he's talking about the sky. True. But there's he clothed his people, his children. He said he clothed them in the heavens. He clothed them. You see, he clothed the heavens in sackcloth. So when it's talking about before their face, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. So did that blackout talk? Because they know what really happened. They know what really to expect. That's why they come out with, oh, you know, if y'all haven't heard about that yet, but I'm pretty sure everybody didn't heard about it by now, that everything is supposed to be, you know, this blackout rumor that you hear about. All cities, all electricity, power outage, this big, great power outage. That's talking about the people, man. Talking about his children. And then they will know, on that day, they will know who my children. He's going to make it very, you see, because they're still going to be in denial this way. Because, first of all, not everybody is his, being his, having this skin people. We, according to your mercies, such mannerism, we're supposed to be cautious. I talk very, very, but of course, y'all gonna see me do this every now and then. Just the thing ain't censoring here. I was just moving. Wow. Wow. You can't see or hear me? Yo, are you serious? I might as well go off on you. This is redundant. Come on, man. Dude, really? Hey, look, and I'm looking crystal clear on my end, dog. This is at a public library. Y'all ain't doing nothing but proving my point. This at a public library. They got the best internet. They got the best internet. This at a public library. Y'all proving my point. This is insane. This is insane. This is insane. So we're gonna go Psalms 67 and 4 for the precept to 51, Isaiah 51 and 5. 64 and 67, my bad. Salakia. 67 and 4. Oh, let the nations be glad and sing for joy, for thou shalt judge the people righteously and govern the nations upon earth. Yeah, yeah. It's going back. He's all over the book. He's all over the book, y'all. They not even cutting back on the light. I'm moving. They not even cutting back on the light on me over here, man. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And govern nations. Who governed the nations? Let's go back into the ancient of days. Let's go back to the ancient days. Who governed the nations? We you see what I'm saying? It's right here. It's right here in precept. He's letting you know. He's letting you know. 67:4. Oh, let the nations be glad and sing for joy, for thou shalt judge the people righteously and govern the nations upon the earth. And how he governed the people, man, let me good. I got the book. I got the book. I ain't even gonna play around. I ain't even gonna play around now. Yeah, y'all ain't. They didn't make me mad. They didn't make me mad. I'm not even gonna play around with them. Real time. Let me get it real quick. Let me find this real quick, man. And get this chapter where the boys was crying to Pharaoh because they couldn't have their way. Uh, they couldn't have their way because Joseph was telling them, "Hey, you come over here with a uncircumcised heart. You might as well forget about it. You ain't gonna get no food. Yeah, this is the real famine. Yeah, yeah. If you can't come honoring my father in my house, yeah, you ain't getting no food. In my house, he took over. He's a bully. He's a bull. He took over. He took over the house of death. He took over Egypt. That was supposed to be Pharaoh's crib. That was supposed to be Pharaoh's crib. He took over that crib and cleaned it and made it a house for the Most High. You get it? So who would he be? Who would he be? They ran to Pharaoh. Let me get it, man. They ran to crying to Pharaoh. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. Here it is. Y'all gonna see why it says the stick of Joseph in the hand of Ephraim. Right here. The legend of the Jews tell you why. Tell you why. Okay. And I'm gonna start in the middle of this thing. Uh, Joseph did more than merely interpret. And so this is the chapter of Joseph before Pharaoh. Joseph did more than merely interpret the dreams when the king gave voice to doubts concerning the interpretation. He told him signs and tokens. He said, "Let this be a sign to thee that my words are true and my advice is excellent. Thy wife, who is sitting upon the birth stool at this moment, will bring forth a son, and thou wilt rejoice over him. But in the midst of the joy, the sad tidings will be told thee of the death of thy older son." And to understand that more and get a little bit more into that, you got to go into the story of Joseph and Asenath and why the older son got put to death, who was born unto thee but 2 years ago. And thou must needs find consolation for the loss of the one in the birth of the other. Scarcely had Joseph withdrawn from the presence of the king when the report of the birth of a son was brought to Pharaoh, and soon after also the report of the death of his firstborn, who had suddenly dropped to the floor and passed away. Thereupon he sent for all the grandees of his realm and all his servants, and he spake to them, saying, "Ye have heard the words of the Hebrew." Listen carefully. "Ye have heard the words of the Hebrew, and ye have seen that the signs which he foretold were accomplished. And I also know that he have interpreted the dream truly. Advise me now how the land may be saved from the ravages of the famine. Look hither and there, whether you can find a man of wisdom and understanding, whom I may set over the land, for I am convinced that the land can be saved only if we heed the counsel of the Hebrew." The grandees and the princes admitted that safety could be secured only by adhering to the advice given by Joseph, and they proposed that the king and his sagacity, sagacity, I can't say that word right now. Sagacity, something like that. Chose a man whom he considered equal to the great task. Thereupon Pharaoh said, "If we traversed and search and search the earth from end to end, we could find none such as Joseph, a man in whom is the spirit of power. If ye think well, therefore, I will set him over the land which he has saved by his wisdom." The astrologers, who were his counselors, demurred, saying, a slave, one whom his present owner had acquired for 20 pieces of silver, thou purpose to set over us as master? But Pharaoh maintained that Joseph was not only a freeborn man beyond the peradventure of a doubt, but also the Sion or session, Psychon. I think that's what it says. Don't hold me to it. Of a noble family. However, the princes of Pharaoh were not silenced. They continued to give utterance to their opposition to Joseph, saying, doest thou not remember the immutable law of the Egyptians? Yeah, immutable law of the Egyptians, that none may serve as king or as viceroy unless he speaks all the languages of man. And the Hebrew knows none. Okay, now this is going into the part. Okay, let me get to that part. Oh, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. Here it is. Yeah, this is it. This is it. I had it marked. This is it. It says, thus they were driven to apply to Joseph and beseech his help. And he admonished them, saying, your give up your elegance to your deceitful idols, and say, blessed is he who giveth bread unto all flesh. Let me read that again. Or not. Salakia. It says, thus they were driven to apply to Joseph and beseech. Let me go up. Let me go up. Let me go up. Let me go up, y'all. Let me go up. I got to get y'all this in full. In a little while, Joseph's prophecies was confirmed that year, and the 6 following years were years of plenty, as he foretold. The harvest was so impaled that a single ear produced 2 heaps of grain. And Joseph made circumspect arrangements to provide abundantly for the years of famine. He gathered up all the grain, and in the city situated in the middle of each district, he laid up the produce from around about, and had ashes and earth strewn on the. He had ashes and earth strewn on the garden food from the very soil on which it had been grown. Also, he preserved the grain in the ear. All these being precautions taken to guard against rot and mildew, the inhabitants of Egypt also tried, on their own account, to put aside a portion of the super abundant harvest of the 7 fruitful years against the need of the future. But when the grievous time of dearth came, and they went to their storehouses to bring forth the treasured grain, behold, it had rotted and become unfit for food. The famine broke in upon the people with such suddenness that the bread gave out unexpectedly as they sat at their tables. They had not even a bite of bran bread. Thus they were driven to apply to Joseph and beseech his help. And he admonished them, saying, give up your allegiance to your deceitful idols, and say, blessed is he who giveth bread unto all flesh. but they refused to deny their lying gods. And they betook themselves to Pharaoh, only to be told by him, go unto Joseph what he said to you, only to be told by Pharaoh himself. Kingdom, everything grows out of the ground. Yeah. Yeah, fam. This is what Pharaoh said, though, to the people that complain, of Joseph's ways. And this is supposed to be Pharaoh. This is Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, the ruler of all Egypt, right? Okay. Then tell me why this happened. For this Pharaoh, he says, go, Pharaoh, and they betook themselves to Pharaoh, only to be told by him, go unto Joseph, what he said to you, do. For this Pharaoh was rewarded. God granted him long life and a long reign until he became arrogant and well merited punishment overtook him. When the Egyptians approached Joseph with the petition for bread, he spoke, saying, I give no food to the uncircumcised. You see? I give no food to the uncircumcised. What you think he was talking about? They penises? Come on, man. I give no food to the uncircumcised. So if you don't want to, what did I just read? How did he govern the nations? Because this wasn't just Egypt, y'all. These wasn't just Egyptians coming up to Joseph asking for food. No, the famine happened all around the world. All around the world, people was coming to Egypt because of Joseph. So who is Joseph? He was more than what they told us, y'all. He was everywhere. He was everywhere. That's even in the story of Joseph in the Senate, bro. Joseph traveled everywhere. Everywhere. He traveled he fed the whole world. Yeah, and they covered it up with Jesus. You see? This is what, as long as we continue to ignore the truth, the real, the adversary is going to keep whooping our ass, y'all. And that's just what it is. I don't care if you like it or not. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. But if we keep overlooking this fact that speaks thoroughly throughout the Bible, we will continue in the same rut that we are in right now. And quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of it. I'm tired of this shit, y'all. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of this system. I'm tired of this retarded world. I'm tired of it, man. It gotta go. It gotta go. VOS. When the Egyptians approached Joseph with the petition for bread, he spoke, saying, I give no food to the uncircumcised. Go hence. This is Zechariah, y'all. This is Zechariah, chapter 14, the last chapter, right here. what I'm reading to you. Go hence and circumcise yourselves, and then return hither. They entered the presence of Pharaoh and complained to him regarding Joseph. But he said as before, Go unto Joseph. And they replied, We come from Joseph, and he has spoken roughly unto us. You see, that softness, that softness. I told you. I thought, wait a minute. When they always tell the story of Joseph, he was just a big softy. He was just a big soft. He was just a big teddy bear. He was so pretty. He was so pretty and so soft. He was a bully. He was a bully for his father. He was a bully for righteousness. You understand? Do you understand what I am saying? It's the same way we gotta be. Same damn way. He laid out the foundation, y'all, on how to conduct ourselves. They entered, there they go again. Let me get this. This is historical, y'all. I'm moving. Thank you. He says, but he said, as before, Go unto Joseph. And they replied, We come from Joseph. And he has spoken roughly unto us, saying, Go hence and circumcise yourselves. We warned thee in the beginning that he is a Hebrew and would treat us in such wise. Pharaoh said to them, O ye fools. Pay attention, y'all. Did he not prophesy? Did he not prophesy through the Holy Spirit and proclaim to the whole world that there would come 7 years of plenty to be followed by 7 years of dearth? Didn't he already tell y'all knuckleheads? Didn't Mama, the mother of all things, come down and prophesy through him? Y'all better start respecting Mama. Y'all disrespectful ass niggas out there that like to disrespect the Holy Spirit, which is a female, which is a woman, which is mother, which is Torah. Y'all gonna learn to cut that shit out. Y'all gonna learn to cut that shit out. Mother came down and prophesied through her son. Why did you not save the yield of 1 or 2 years against the day of your need? You see? Don't put this on Joseph. This is y'all fault. This y'all fault. Weeping, they made reply, the grain that he put aside during the good years have rotted. Pharaoh, have ye nothing over the flour of yesterday? The Egyptians, the very bread in the basket rotted. Pharaoh, why? The Egyptians, because Joseph willed it thus. Pharaoh, O ye fools. Here you go again. O ye fools. If his word had power over the grain, once again, Who is Joseph? If his word had power over the grain, making it to rot, when he desired it to rot, then also must we die. Then also must we die. I told you, this is Zechariah. If you do not follow, now you see who the so-called Illuminatis and rulers of this world, who they are mocking. Do you get it now? Do you see? Look who they are mocking. Oh, they want one world religion, one world order. Oh, and they demonizing it, making it bad, right? Just so when the real deal come through, you'll be the dummy to fall for it and believe that it ain't true. You'll be opposing against it. You'll be opposing against it. All the wicked is trying to do is duplicate what the righteous do, but they cannot. Can't get right. They can't do nothing right. They're retarded. The wicked are retarded. They can't get right. Okay. So here we go. He says, then also must we die. If so be his wish concerning us, go therefore unto him and do as he bids you. Yeah. So we really gonna act like we don't know who's being talked about? In Psalm 67, verse 4. The former, what happened in the former is going to happen in the latter, which is now. The kickoff has already begun. Mosai sitting back watching them trying to play him. Are you done? That's all he's saying to it, because everything that you're doing is not going to stop your ending. Your ending is predestined. It's ordained. You gotta go to eternal damnation. That's your ending. Anything, all these psyops that we are seeing and that most of the people are falling for, because all of y'all like to do is focus on this. So y'all are falling for the stupid psyops that they put in front of our faces, playing off of your emotions as if you are a child. When will we stop looking at the damn surface? Stop claiming that you spiritual and all you can see is your skin color. In the other skin color. When all that is that you can see, stop claiming that you are spiritual, y'all. You're mocking at this point. You're mocking. Because that's exactly how they are continuously playing these psyops on us. Because they know who you are. You and I, they know. And they keep thriving off the fact that you don't know. This is how they continue to thrive in the fake psyops that they are doing. They're trying to make Jacob's trouble. We've been in Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble happened when the aboriginals of this land was mass murdered. Mass murder happened on these lands, on this soil. Mass murder to the aboriginals, the indigenous of this land. It's time for us to start putting the pieces together, y'all. You got to ask yourself, how bad do you want to get out of here? How bad? How long does the Almighty sit back and just, how long? Gonna hit you with that? How long will we enjoy simplicity? This basic, dumbed down shit. How long will we enjoy this? How long? How long will you enjoy this program? So let me continue. Reading back in the stick of Joseph and the hand of Ephraim. He says, my righteousness is near, my salvation is going forth, and my arms shall judge the people. The isles shall wait upon me, and on my arm shall they trust. Make it not flesh your arm. My arm, the Almighty says, they shall trust. Lift up your eyes to the heavens and look upon the earth beneath. For the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall become old like a garment. See, it's talking about the people, y'all. And they that dwell therein shall die in like manner. But my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished. Hearken unto me, you that know righteousness, the people in whose heart I have written my Torah. This is Moshe in the wilderness, legend of the Jews. You see, because the Almighty already knew what some that are in the covenant were going to do with his teachings, with his Torah. So in his children, he has written the Torah in our hearts. The covenant was already made. Not no damn Jesus Christ died on a damn cross and made a new covenant. The almighty power made the new covenant, y'all. Right here. He's saying it right here. When he has written the Torah in our hearts, that was the covenant. You see? So when you got certain people that love to say, where does it say that in the Bible? It's written in me, stupid. They already took out so much from the Bible. It's all type of precepts missing out of the Bible. Fear you not the reproach of men. Fear you not the reproach of men. Neither be afraid of their dwellings, of their revealings. Salakia. For the moth shall eat them. For the moth shall eat them eat them up like a garment, and a worm shall eat them like wool. But my righteousness shall be forever, and my salvation from generation to generation. Let's get it back in the Bible. So we got in the Bible, we're going to check out the precepts of Psalms 102 and 26 from verse 6. Verse 6. Let's check out this precept. Psalms 102 and 26. All right. They shall perish, but thou shalt endure. Yea, all of them shall wax old like a garment, as a vesture. Shalt thou change them, and they shall be changed. Okay. Now, I already showed with this precept, if you go to, in any Bible, if you go to Psalms chapter 3, verse 12, there is no 12. And we're going to show you what they have done. Romans 8 and 20. Romans 8 and 20. See, they tried to set up this Jesus. They tried to give all the words to this Jesus. And meantime, while they doing that, they disrespect him to the fullest. The Almighty. So Romans 8 and 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him, who had subjected the same in hope. because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. You see? Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of power. See how they put that there? Blessed is he who have eyes to see and ears to hear, fam. Okay. And let's see Matthew 24 and 35. Because you know they put all the sauce in Matthew, boy. I be telling people that's all about the Old Testament. That's good. That's good. I'm all about the Old Testament too. But I know the Most High, he rules in the courts of men. So understand that even in the New Testament, which we know is Greek written, man-made written, that was still the Most High's doing. For he told Satan, Yahweh Shai, son of Nun, told Satan, get thee behind me, for you will have to serve the Most High too, stupid. All right? Matthew 24 and 35. And it reads this: Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. I hit on this a long time ago. You nothing but words too. You are considered words. Consider words of righteousness. You are the word of God. If you are his sons, you are the word of God. You see what he's saying right here? Heaven and earth shall pass away too. Heaven and earth shall pass away too. But my words shall not pass away. Who's the word of the Most High? Who's the word of the Most High? Okay? But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. And you automatically thinking like the angels of heaven. So you're just thinking about the angels of, all the angels that's in heaven. He's talking about you. You don't know. You don't know. If you're a son of God, you're the angel. You're the angels that he was speaking to. The angels are the word of the Most High. Okay. Jeremiah 31 and 35. What that say? We eat precepts over here, boy. That's what we do. We eat precepts in Lighthouse. Jeremiah 31 and 35. Thus says the Most High, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the endurance of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divided the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Most High of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, said the Most High, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Do you understand what he is saying? Most High said, I created all of this beauty. I don't do away with my creation. Now I can, but you see, I'm a being of my word. I ain't gonna say a man of my word. I'm a being, I'm a spirit of my word. He is bound to his own words, mercy, his grace. That's the only thing that keep us safe. That's what he's saying right here. So listen, I'm gonna read it again. This is the precept to Matthew 24 and 35. You're the kingdom, you're the heavens, to whomever it may pertain to. Thus says the Most High, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divided the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Most High of hosts is his name. Of those ordinances, depart from before me, said the Most High. Then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So if he was to cast us off forever, if he was to cast us off forever, there go the moon and the stars and the sun. You see what he made his children. And his people. But my Father only. Only my Father know. Let's see. And we're going back. Verse 7. In chapter 51, verse 7. Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness, the people in whose heart is my Torah. And in the Bible it says law, but I like to read it like how in the stick of Joseph in the hand of Ephraim puts it. He says, my Torah, fear ye not the reproach of man, neither be ye afraid of their revealings. Okay? Matthew 10 and 28. And fear not them which kill the body. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. You see? And let me hit on this. You see, he's talking about man. Fear not man. Fear not man. So when he's talking about the coming of the Son of Man, he's talking of the prophecy that has taken place. Okay, right here. How everybody know as 1492. 1492. I would just say when our ancestors got demolished. Okay? When the aboriginals of this land have gotten abolished, that was the Son of Man. Fear not them, is what Joshua is saying right here. He's prophesying of the coming of the Son of Man. Was that not what happened? We was like living in the days of Noah. That's what was happening. It was like the days of Noah. And yes, it seemed like all it's talking about now because it's so much wickedness and ungodliness going on right now in this day and age. So of course it's pertaining to now as well. But it was pertaining to that time when the aboriginals of these lands got demolished. Okay. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. He's not calling himself the Son of Man. Why would he be calling himself that? If he know his Father is God, why would he be calling himself man? It's time for us to wake up in here. Wake up. Wake up. For as in the day that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day of Noah entered into the ark. So yes, the same thing is going down. But this happened. This has already happened. This prophecy has already happened, y'all. We've been on borrowed time for a very, very long time. That's Matthew 24, 35 through 37. Yeah, and I read 38. This has transpired. What do you think we was doing over here? What were we doing over here? Committing all type of sins, whoredoms, all type of whoredoms, all of that. We was as in the days of Noah. So when the Son of Man came over here, not by his own power, this is Daniel. You precept these sayings, him teaching, him talking about the prophecy of the coming of the Son of Man. Okay, he was the successor of Moshe in prophecies. Him coming, the Son of Man, He's talking about the destruction of Israel. What happened to the stars? What happened to the sun? What happened to the moon? What happened to the name of Israel? Jeremiah 31, verse 35 through 36. You see, if you get the metaphor, if like my brother said, those who have ears, let them hear. And for those who have eyes, let them see. Obviously, there are stars, there's a sun, and there's a moon. But aren't we in a program? Isn't this a simulation? Is everything real what you see? Or has the real been covered up? Which is you, Yasharella. Of course, I'm not pertaining to all. I already made that statement very clear. If you don't believe that you have been created by the Almighty, if you believe that you created yourself and that you are the God, this is not for you. For his sons know that our Father, it is he who have made us and not we ourselves. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and enter his courts with praise. That's Psalms 100. Keeping it 100. You understand? So we know better. For the moth shall eat them up like a garment, right? So let's go to verse 9, since I read that out of the stick of Joseph. Awake, awake, put on strength, O arm of Yahweh. See, and here it says Lord. In the stick of Joseph, it says Yahweh. O arm of Yahweh. Awake as in the ancient days, in the generations. Awake as in the ancient days. Awake as in the ancient days. Awake as in the ancient days, y'all. What is he talking about? When we first got out of Egypt, the first Exodus. In the generations of old, in the generations of old, in the generations of old. Art thou not it that had cut Rahab and wounded the dragon? Art thou not it that had cut Rahab and wounded the dragon? This is in the story of Joshua. Yahushua, the son of Nun. You see? Stop with that false doctrine, brethren. Stop with that false doctrine, brethren. Y'all gotta stop with that false doctrine. It's time for y'all to accept who the true power is, God is, and who the true Messiah is. It's time for y'all to accept that. Art thou not it which had dried the sea, the waters of the great deep, that had made the depths of the sea a way for the ransom to pass over? Therefore, the redeemed of the Most High shall return and come. Therefore, the redeemed of the Most High shall return and come with singing unto Zion, and everlasting joy shall be upon their head. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away. I, even I, am he that comforted you. Who art thou, that thou shouldest be afraid of man? Who art thou, that thou shouldest be afraid of man that shall die, and of the Son of Man? Oh, and of the Son of Man. You see, he spoke the same doctrine as his Father. For my words is of him who have sent me. Who art thou, that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die, and of the Son of Man, which shall be made as grass? You see? Fear not. Fear not. Fear not the Son of Man. The Son of Man is Jesus Christ, the Son of David, the seed of David. You see? Psalms 118. 118 and 2. Let Yasharella now say that his mercy endured forever. Oh, 6. For the Most High is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do unto me? Blessed is he that is born of women, and he who have ears to hear, let him hear. Because it's not as simple as you think when I say, blessed is he who is born of women. Of course, all of us is born of women. But who is born of the Spirit? The Holy Spirit. And right there, I'm going to leave off and I'm going to do a continuance on whom we never considered. Okay? And this is what's going to be coming your way, because I didn't even tap into these. I didn't even tap into these bad boys right here. And y'all going to see just what it be. Thank you for rocking with me like always, beloved brother and Scotty. Giving me the Princess family. All praises to the Most High. Shalom, King. Shalom. All praises to the true and living power, man. Hey, we close. We close. Salakia. They know it. We close. We close to that redemption, to salvation, to finally knowing what love truly looks like, what love truly feels like, what joy truly looks like, what joy truly feels like for the first time ever. So I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to my beautiful Heavenly Father and my Heavenly Mother, giving honor to the great King, and honor to the great Prince, who stands for the people. Much love, y'all. Much love. All right. Shalom. Much love to your households. Keep it light up. Keep striving. Keep fighting. Okay. We're going to get through this thing, man. Shalom. Shalom. Peace and love. This is Brother Nehemiah. I've been coming at y'all again. I hope this lesson was edifying. And Most High willing, I'll see y'all again. Shalom.